The Wise Beggar. Two business partners from Peshawar district traveled to Kabul with the intention of trading meat. In a short time, they earned 2,000 to 3,000 rupees and decided to return home. As they approached Jalalabad, they saw a blind beggar sitting under a large tree by the roadside, repeatedly calling out, "Alas! The trials of fate have taken everything from me, even my eyesight. How wonderful it would be if I could once again feel the weight of a pouch full of money in my hands." Hearing this, the two partners approached the beggar and asked, "Brother, why are you so troubled by fate?" The blind beggar replied, "I was once a wealthy and prominent person in this area. I owned vast properties, but fate took a cruel turn and I lost my eyesight. Now, I long for the simple pleasure of holding a pouch of money, even if it's not mine, just to satisfy my heart for a moment." The partners thought that since he was a blind beggar with nowhere to go, there was no harm in letting him hold their money for a moment. One of them handed over a pouch full of money, saying, "Here you go, brother. Fulfill your wish." The beggar took the pouch and thanked them. After a short while, one of the partners said, "All right, brother, now return our pouch." But the beggar, with a serious expression, responded, "Pouch? What pouch? What are you talking about?" The second partner, growing impatient, said, "Don't joke around. Return our money quickly. We need to leave." However, the beggar refused to return the pouch and instead shouted, "I have spent my entire life sitting here, collecting every penny. And now you thieves have come to rob me of my lifelong earnings." The partners were shocked. When they tried to retrieve their pouch, the beggar began screaming, "Thieves! Thieves! Help!" A canal was flowing nearby, and hearing his cries, villagers rushed to the scene. Mistaking the partners for robbers, they captured them. Despite their attempts to explain, no one believed them. The villagers decided to take them to the king's court to claim a reward for catching the thieves. Thus, the two men, along with the beggar, were presented before King Amir Abdul Rahman. The court was in session, and the king listened to both sides of the story. He first heard the beggar's claim and then the plea of the accused. After some thought, the king ordered, "Bring a large cauldron and fill it with water. Heat it until it boils." Hearing this, the two partners trembled with fear, expecting a painful death. Their eyes darkened with despair. The cauldron was brought in, filled with water, and heated until it boiled. The king then commanded, "Now, drop the pouch of money into the boiling water." His order was immediately carried out. The king then instructed, "Step back, everyone." As everyone moved away, the king himself stepped forward and observed the surface of the boiling water. Then, he turned back and declared, "Pour out the water and return the money to the rightful owners." The two traders, who had been preparing for their doom, were now overjoyed. The king then announced, "The blind beggar shall be punished accordingly." A murmur spread through the court. Curious, the judge respectfully requested the king to explain his reasoning. The king said, "These two men, who were accused of being thieves, were actually innocent. They earned their money by selling meat. When the pouch was dropped into boiling water, small particles of fat floated to the surface. This was due to the grease from handling meat, which had transferred to their hands and then to the money. This experiment proved their innocence." The entire court praised the king's wisdom, and justice was served.